You are someone who's close to Rahul Gandhi as well. Many believe Rahul Gandhi is the elephant in the room. He's on a Bharat Jodo Yatra. He says, I'm hands off from this election. But the general perception again, and in this case perception belief, is that he's still the power. That all major decisions, eventually the final port of call is Mr. Gandhi. And unless that is sorted out, nothing will change.
See, before I answer that, I actually want to raise an objection. Somebody on your show just now charged the former Prime Minister of violating an Official Secrets Act. Either they provide evidence for it, or they face the consequences. That cannot just go uncontested.
Yeah, just to say, I've got Mr. Chidambaram also, and I'll get Tavleen Singh to respond. He's saying, I protest Tavleen Singh. No secret files were sent to Mrs. Gandhi, is what Mr. Chidambaram, who's watching the show, has said. I'll get Tavleen to respond, just half a second. But yes, Tavleen, you want to quickly respond to that? They're both saying this is absolute rubbish.
I mean, I don't need to prove it. Just go back to that time and, you know, there was a big controversy about it. There was a big controversy about the fact...
Whispers in the corridor is not how you charge former
It's not, we're not talking about whispers in the corridor. There were stories written about it. There were files that went... Somebody working in the Prime Minister's office was
there were 1,000 stories written about many things, of which I know
not writing stories.
So whispers in the corridor do not work.
No.
When someone is charging a former Prime Minister, that is absolutely wrong.
Okay.
You cannot charge a former Prime Minister of violating an Official Secrets Act based on some
I am saying that
gossip columns.
Files from the Prime Minister's office.
Do you have evidence? Can you provide that?
Yes, you know, if you give me a chance, I can't do it right now, but I can.
Okay, we will, okay, Tavleen Singh has promised she will provide evidence that files went from Dr. Manmohan Singh to Sonia Gandhi. Remember, this was part of speculation, but there is
Violating the Official Secrets Act is the claim.
So no, 1 minute.
That.
Can we therefore now move ahead, Praveen, to the question of Rahul Gandhi, the elephant in the room? We can debate this on another day, but Rahul Gandhi, the elephant in the room, is he the one who still calls the shots? What will his role be?
No, see, elephant or tiger or all, you can use all of those analogies. But I don't need to answer that question because Mr. Rahul Gandhi himself answered that question in an earlier press conference today, where when asked what will his role be, he categorically said that is for Mr. Kharge to decide.
And, am I to believe that? Am I to believe that? Again, there's an element of incredulity to that. You appreciate that.
No, so I told you that. See, in fact, I keep repeating this. You can talk about incredulity, but there were 56 articles that all of you wrote and discussed saying Rahul Gandhi was going to be the next president between 2019 and 2022. As we stand today, he is not the president. So you may find it incredulous, you may find it unbelievable. At this stage, we have to take him on his word because he's the only person who has actually delivered on what he said he will do. So, so let us, you know, at this stage, it will only be my word versus your word. But evidence shows that he has a track record of sticking to what he says.
Okay, that's interesting that you're saying that Rahul Gandhi is willing to take whatever Mr. Kharge says, but that role has to be defined, and that's part of the Congress's problem because the Congress needs at the moment major surgery. Sanjay Jha, you want to dive into that? Your belief, will Rahul Gandhi, is that part of the problem that you and others have, that there is no clear definition of roles, and as long as this sort of loose arrangement continues, someone is seen as the cosmetic face versus the power vesting somewhere else? Is that the problem? At the end of the day, Narendra Modi is clear in the BJP. He is the power. JP Nadda is president, but the power is with Mr. Modi. There's no ambiguity there.
No, and what about Amit Shah?
I believe that...
Yes, go ahead, Sanjay.
I believe that both Mrs. Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi should have publicly articulated their position that whoever you want to vote for, let it be a conscience vote. You see, the perception amongst the public, I mean, you know, one can, you know, talk in echo chambers here, but the perception amongst the public, and I'm not just talking about XYZ, is that Mr. Kharge is a puppet or a rubber-stamped Congress president. Now, the only people who can dispel that notion are the Gandhis, because they're accused of actually still, you know, basically kind of, you know, being the ultimate authority. Now, they haven't done it. And this is why I think the Congress still hasn't understood the fundamentals of political communication. And I think this is going to cost the party, because the Bharat Jodo Yatra, from the feedback I'm getting, has got traction. And instead, I think they have just blown up an opportunity. Okay. And I do believe that they don't come to you every day. A Congress president election happening after 24 years. should not have looked Chakravarty.
Very quickly, who would have been your choice? You would have gone for Dr. Tharoor, is it? Or you would have looked for someone else? The other day you were telling me you wanted a Sachin Pilot, Priyanka Gandhi double ticket.
Yep, absolutely. Just think about it, that today, if you had a Sachin Pilot in the game, it would have been a very, very different story. But you know, the Congress is reluctant to change. And one of the problems is the number of, the sycophants and the hangers-on who have their own vested interest and will perpetuate a legacy that, frankly speaking, is not going to get it anywhere.